on sexual orientation and gender identity. Basic Rights Oregon says the measure protects gay, lesbian, bisexual, or transgender citizens from discrimination in areas like housing. And also coming up next on the Today Show in just a few seconds, they're talking about bed bugs. Look at them there. Ugh. What you can do to keep those nasty little critters from creeping into your bed at night, as well as how to get rid of them if they've already set up shop. Hey, and check this out. Is it time for single men to say goodbye to those gym memberships? Why the best way to pick up women, they're saying these days, is to have a gut. Yeah, a little extra around the middle is very sexy. You can hear more on the Today Show coming up next.
I don't believe that.
Because you're svelte.
Oh, yeah, right.
There are a lot of other guys who want to believe.
Good morning. Record recall. Computer giant Dell tells owners of more than 4 million laptops to send back their batteries after reports they're at risk of overheating and catching fire. Is America doing enough? President Bush meets with his counterterrorism team today, nearly a week after British authorities busted up an alleged plot to bomb transatlantic jetliners. Could U.S. authorities have pulled off the same sting? And hi-ho, oh no! Americans are more familiar with Snow White's 7 dwarves than with the Supreme Court justices, and that has a lot of people feeling bashful, grumpy, and a little dopey today, Tuesday, August 15, 2006.
From NBC News, this is Today with Matt Lauer and Ann Curry, live from Rockefeller Plaza.
And welcome to Today on this Tuesday morning. I'm Ann Curry.
And I'm Lester Holt. Matt is off today, and what a nightmare for Dell. They're going to give out free replacement batteries for the owners of 4.1 million notebook computers shipped between April 2004 and last month. It all has to do with the risk of fire.
I know. I've got one of those, so I'm a little worried about it. In fact, the reason is, take a look at this. A short circuit in the battery could cause it to catch fire in rare circumstances. The Consumer Product Safety Commission calls it the biggest electronics recall in its history. We're going to tell you whether your laptop is one of those affected just coming up. Then nearly a week after that airliner plot was uncovered, a controversial idea. Some people are actually asking, is it time for racial profiling? We're going to take a look at that question coming up.
Also had this morning a biblical story that is central to the faith of millions of people, the Exodus. But did Moses really part the Red Sea? And what about the plague of locusts? Anyway, this morning we're going to show you part of a new documentary that claims it can prove the Exodus really happened. But first, that massive recall of Dell laptop computer batteries. We get more on that now from NBC's Peter Alexander.
The risk has been rumored for weeks after a Dell laptop computer burst into flames during a conference in Japan. The startling pictures posted online. There have been at least 6 separate incidents in the U.S. since December where Dell laptops caught fire, allegedly because of their lithium-ion batteries. Dell is the world's largest PC maker.
The chance is extremely small that this could happen to our customers, but one more incident in the field is too many, and therefore we're taking this broad customer recall action.
The recall affects 4.1 million laptop computer batteries sold by Dell between April 2004 and July of this year. More than half were sold in this country. The batteries were made by Sony. They're designed to power off if there's a short circuit, but it's possible the battery can overheat. Here's what you'll need to look for. The battery is found on the bottom of your Dell laptop. To see if you're affected, you'll need the serial number. It's right here beneath the barcode. Dell has set up a special website and a toll-free phone number. We'll give you those in just a second. Both the government and Dell are urging consumers to stop using the recalled batteries immediately, take them out, and use AC power. But the problem may not stop with Dell. Many other companies, including Hewlett-Packard and Apple, use the same lithium-ion batteries.
We are asking more and more of our technology gadgets. The limiting factor in all electronics is often heat. And so I wouldn't be surprised if in the coming years we hear more and more about heat problems, about fire problems, and about electronics recalls.
Dell hopes to distribute the new batteries over the next 4 weeks, promising the replacements are safe and the problem solved. For Today, Peter Alexander, NBC News, Los Angeles.
Meantime, it's taking 2 of us to try to get this battery out of here.
It's because it's a test of our
You're going to
smarts.
pull the...
there we go. There we go.
And so where's
Okay.
the serial number would be...
It's right back in this bottom right here.
There. And as Peter mentioned, if you need to know if your battery is one of those that needs to be returned, go to our website, today.msnbc.com, and we'll have the information for you and maybe some instructions on how to actually get the battery out. and back in.
Be patient. It'll happen. You can figure it out. Anyway, now let's get a check of the rest of the morning's top stories from Natalie Morales this morning at the news desk. Hey, Natalie.
Good morning, Ann and Lester, and good morning, everyone. That fragile ceasefire in the Middle East is still holding this morning as some Israeli troops withdraw from South Lebanon. NBC's Beirut Bureau Chief Richard Engel is in Tyre, Lebanon. Richard, good morning.
Good morning, Natalie. Now many Lebanese are taking advantage of the ceasefire and returning to this part of the country, but some are facing a new problem: homelessness. Thousands of Lebanese drove south this morning, many asking the same question. We don't know if our house has been destroyed, he said. What they are finding is no gas stations, mosques and schools that must be rebuilt, along with some entire towns. Al-Khayam still burns today. Shops left to abandon livestock. These destroyed towns look empty, but this morning we've seen Hezbollah taking advantage of the ceasefire to reorganize, taking out the dead and the wounded. But whenever we've tried to film, they made it clear: no pictures. Also in the rubble, elderly trapped during the fighting. Some rescued today, barely alive. In Bint Jbeil, a woman left for dead begged for water. Another woman was forced to live next to the bodies of her husband and son. And in a sign that this round of the fighting may be over, more Israeli troops today pulled out of Lebanon. Israel will begin turning over captured territory to the Lebanese army tomorrow and hopes to complete its withdrawal by next week. Natalie?
Richard Engel in Tyre, Lebanon. Thank you, Richard. An American reporter is among two people kidnapped Monday in Gaza City. Search teams are now going through cars and buildings looking for Steve Santani and his cameraman. Both work for Fox. The two were abducted by masked gunmen. Today in Iraq, a suicide bomber killed at least 4 people in Mosul and wounded more than 30. The bombing happened just outside the Iraqi president's party headquarters. 300 soldiers based in Alaska who just returned from Iraq last month are now going back to Baghdad. Their deployment has been extended by 4 months. Today, President Bush meets with officials from the National Counterterrorism Center outside Washington. The meeting comes almost a week after Britain broke up a plot to blow up U.S.-bound aircraft. Meantime, the FBI says it has no information that 3 Texas men arrested with about 1,000 cell phones had any connection to known terror groups. The FBI also said there is no imminent threat to the Mackinac Bridge in Michigan, as some officials feared. A Japanese tanker is leaking crude oil in the Indian Ocean after colliding with a cargo ship. More than 1 million gallons have spilled so far. And heavy rain flooded streets near Oklahoma City on Monday. It was slow going for drivers, if they could even go at all. It is now 7:07. You're up to date for now. Let's turn it back over to Ann, Lester, and Al.
All right, Natalie, thank you so much. That's right. Al's back. We missed you yesterday.
Well, it was good to see Willard here.
It was
nice
good to see him.
And his flower. But unfortunately, showers are blooming and thunderstorms as well in the southwest. Monsoonal moisture getting itself together. Rainfall amounts anywhere from 1/4 of an inch to 1/2 inch. But locally, some places could pick up 2 to 3 inches. So we got flood watches from West Texas on into central Arizona. Rest of the country, well, we've got some showers moving through this morning with a cold front in the northeast, some clouds in the Pacific Northwest, beautiful through the Great Lakes with temperatures in the low 80s and lower humidity. That's what's going on around the country. Here's what's happening in your neck of the woods.
Good morning to you. It is Tuesday, and I hope your day's starting out well. And here's what's going on. We've got morning clouds on the increase right now, directly over downtown Vancouver, clear skies, but morning clouds are forming as we speak. And it's very interesting what's been happening because there's morning clouds really rolling in from the north, right along the foothills of the Cascades. 68 by lunchtime and mostly cloudy, and then partly sunny and 76 for a high temperature. But don't worry, the cool down only temporary, 90s by the...
That's your latest weather. Ann?
Al, thank you. Now to the fragile ceasefire in the Middle East. It's quiet this morning at the border between Israel and Lebanon, but the stakes are still high for both sides and for President Bush. NBC's White House correspondent Kelly O'Donnell joins us now with the latest. Kelly, good morning.
Good morning, Ann. As judgments are made about who won, who lost, and who suffered most in the Middle East conflict, President Bush has his own political stake in the fight, and he has much to lose as well.
President Bush knows when fighting slows down, the scorecards come out.
If I were Hezbollah, I'd be claiming victory, too.
For the president, some judgments of his role are harsh.
He
made America's image among much of the world, especially the Islamic world, worse as a result.
President Bush's loyalty to Israel, a long-standing U.S. policy, was complicated by American support of the new government in Lebanon and unsettled by hundreds of civilian casualties there, not tied to Hezbollah.
The perception is that the president is partly responsible for the destruction of Lebanon and the crisis of a democratic government which he had helped support come to power.
Another concern. Israel claims it degraded Hezbollah, but the prime minister was also heckled by members of parliament who felt Israel failed to win. So did the president get what he expected? If the truce holds, President Bush may share in the diplomatic credit. Not waiting on that unknown, he again pointed blame at Iran and Syria.
The world must now recognize that it's Iranian sponsorship of Hezbollah that exacerbated the situation in the Middle East.
And Iran's influence is a brewing concern for the president's team in the dominant war, Iraq, where no ceasefire is in sight.
Lebanon may not look like such a wise war in retrospect. At the end of the day, though, Americans are going to care a lot more about Iraq.
And the president himself said it was no coincidence that Lebanon and Iraq are the places where there's been fighting going on now. And he said it is his own freedom agenda, those were his words, that can be the answer to this kind of terrorist fighting. Lester?
Kelly O'Donnell at the White House. Kelly, thanks. Meanwhile, the Bush administration says the success of the British police in breaking up that alleged airline terror plot shows U.S. authorities should explore having similar legal powers. And many security experts say it's time for more profiling at airports as well. Pete Williams is NBC's justice correspondent. Pete, good morning to you.
Lester, good morning. No one at the Department of Homeland Security is yet calling for new legal powers, but officials here do admire the authority the British police employed in shutting down the most recent terror plot. In Britain, police have broad powers to use wiretaps, get financial records, and even hold suspects for weeks without filing charges. Homeland Security officials say Britain's success shows the need for quick access to electronic surveillance. And they say U.S. laws need to be reviewed to make certain they don't slow terror investigations. But civil libertarians say there's a reason U.S. law provides more protections.
We are not like the British because we have a Bill of Rights that was the direct result of the British policies of King George III.
As for security at the airport, there's no machine yet capable of detecting all kinds of explosives, though more research is being done. That's why many security experts say the U.S. should rely less on technology and more on observing passenger behavior. A former Israeli security official says potential terrorists often can't help but show obvious signs of nervousness.
They are not the James Bonds of this world. They are not well trained. They are extremely inexperienced when they go out on the attack. And we have failed to take advantage of that.
One member of Congress says that could also mean looking especially hard at young men from Arab countries.
We should put aside the political correctness and allow the screeners and allow the federal authorities to do more questioning of those people at the airports.
And some legal scholars say that might even pass constitutional muster.
You substantially increase the chance that you're going to actually catch terrorists, and you don't spend all your time on some poor little old lady who's 80 years old in a wheelchair.
But Homeland Security insists it does not do ethnic profiling. What it does have is a program to watch for suspicious behavior, one it hopes to expand beyond the dozen or so airports where it's now underway. Ann?
All right, Pete Williams, thank you for your report. Well, let's get some perspective now from Chris Matthews, the host of Hardball on MSNBC and the Chris Matthews Show. Good morning, Chris. Good to see you.
Good morning, Ann.
These suggestions of racial profiling at U.S. airports, you know, would never have heard these before 9/11. What do they tell you, Chris, about where we are in this war on terror?
That we can no longer rely on metal detectors. I think all of us, you and I, and certainly going through airports, feel a lot better because of metal detectors. It makes us gives us a sense of security that the bad guys can't bring their weapons aboard. But now that we realize the weapons don't have to be metallic, that they cannot be detected, then it's the bad guys themselves people want to catch because we feel that's the only way to stop them. I think short of profiling, what we're hearing here is the idea of behavior detection, behavior surveillance. You know, when you fly in an Israeli airplane on El Al. They have a long interview with you, and they look for signs of nervousness. They look for signs of strange behavior. It's not ethnic necessarily, although that's obviously going to be part of it, but I think people know now that we're going to have to find a way to detect bad behavior, suspicious behavior, that looking for metal objects isn't going to do it.
Well, let's talk about the president's talk about what needs to also be focused on. He's talked about yesterday, he really stepped up his rhetoric against Iran. He said the world must now recognize that it's Iranian sponsorship of Hezbollah that exacerbated the situation in the Middle East. The president has made his point, Chris, but what can he do about it?
Well, the problem is that a good deal of the world is Islamic and Arab, and they're rooting for Hezbollah because they're the hot kids on the block. They're the ones that took on Israel. And whether we despise these people and see them objectively as evil people, and that's a fair case to make, obviously, for what they've done to us and to Israel, the world is rooting out there in that part of the world for people to take on Israel. So it's a different scorecard for them. Just like Egypt, when it stood up to Israel in '73 in the Yom Kippur War, lost the war, and the UN and the world had to bail them out, they still came off as winners. This time around, the scorecard in that part of the world is Hezbollah won. The scorecard, I believe, in America is that Bush was good for Israel. He supported them all the way. He may have been wrong in green-lighting the effort all the way, but I think he comes off better on this front. And also the ceasefire, as they say, chicken soup, it can't hurt.
Well, you know what seems to have helped the president is last week's terror threat. Excuse me. A Newsweek poll taken immediately after the news found that the president's approval rating went up. Let's take a look at the numbers beforehand. The numbers showed that that the Bush approval rating was 33%, and immediately taking after the terror threat on Thursday, the numbers went up to 38%. Does this mean that the more the president can keep the terror threat on the front page, that it's better for him and his efforts and his administration, and even in leaving a legacy that might be replicated by a Republican president in his wake?
Well, that would be optimistic for the Republicans to think that, but the polls show that they bounce around in the 30s. They never get up to 40. That's not good for him in November. And I also think Iraq is the biggest question if you look at the pollsters and their work. Iraq is Americans getting killed, our policy over there bogged down, civil war perhaps coming, us right in the middle of it. That's the one that keeps showing up in the polls. And from my look at the polls over the last 3 years, every month since 9/11, the president has generally gone down with some jiggle here and now, like we saw this last couple of weeks. But generally it goes down because of Iraq. And Iraq is going to be the big issue in November.
All right, Chris Matthews this morning. Always good to talk to you, Chris.
Yeah, thank you.
It is now 7:16. Once again, here's Lester.
All right, Ann, thanks. Back to airport security now. Flyers aren't the only ones being inconvenienced by the new travel rules in place. Some airport retail stores are taking a hit now that much of what they sell can't be carried on board anymore. Here's NBC's chief financial correspondent, Ann Thompson.
Atlanta Hartsfield International is the nation's busiest airport with 235,000 passengers a day. Or should I say 235,000 customers if you're one of the 85 retailers there. But the new security restrictions banning liquids, lotions, and gels have somewhat tarnished a $367 million a year gold mine for stores and restaurants. Hit especially hard retailers that sell mostly potions, such as perfume, bubble bath, and yes, even barbecue sauce.
I think that unfortunately they're losing a lot of business because everyone wants to take home some sauce or something to that effect.
Atlanta may be the home of Coca-Cola, but these days, the real thing doesn't fly.
I bought a souvenir, a pen, a Coke pen, but I would prefer to have bought a Coca-Cola drink to take with me on the plane.
The Body Shop has temporarily closed 4 of its 14 airport locations. Just a drop in the bucket when you consider it has 340 stores like this one nationwide. For the airport stores that are open, the strategy now is to emphasize what passengers can safely carry on, such as accessories and bar soap. Cherie Zimmerman stocked up on those items and more in Atlanta because where she started her trip in Minneapolis, the store was closed.
I came here to stock up on what I needed because all I have is 1 tube of lipstick with me.
But what hurts one retailer can help another. Nick Biello's firm has specialty stores in 9 airports.
The latest travel restrictions are having a positive effect on our business. People are coming to the airport earlier and they're shopping more.
To clear up any confusion in Atlanta, there are flyers to help retailers and customers, making sure that sales and safety are in sync on the ground and in the sky. For today, Ann Thompson, NBC News, New York.
And it's coming up on 7:19. Once again, here's Ann.
Lester, thank you. Is there a doctor in the house? Auto giant Daimler Chrysler is using one in an expensive new TV ad blitz, but the good doctor may not be so good for the company's bottom line. Here's NBC's Michelle Kaczynski.
Dear Dr. Z.
You know him as Dr. Z, a rough rider with his own brand of cool, an old-school mustache.
Is that mustache real?
And no-nonsense German accent.
Sorry.
Dr. Z is not an actor. He's actually chairman of Daimler Chrysler, Dr. Dieter Zetsche, and main pitchman for this $225 million marketing campaign. The commercials have been running for the last month, the same month that Chrysler saw U.S. sales drop 37%.
Any more questions?
Yeah, what happened?
I mean, what are you selling? Are you selling German engineering? Are you selling the deal? Are you selling a funny guy?
It's a joke.
Market research shows that many viewers just didn't get it. That 80% thought Dr. Z was a fictional character, and it didn't even always translate that there was a discount going on. Chrysler says it's all good.
It's created exactly the kind of buzz we've been looking for. We've had double-digit increases on the web traffic, and that's been going through and spending lots of time talking about our products.
We love you, It wouldn't be the first offbeat ad campaign to flatline. Remember the rats selling Quiznos subs 2 years ago? That made plenty of people lose their appetites. And this one, which just made people feel, well, not young. Even this tiny cult hero caused sales to jump nada. Daimler Chrysler's spin?
There are people that don't consider the Chrysler that may consider them now, and that's half the battle right there. Because there's a saying in the industry, if no one considers your car, you don't sell any.
Well, not everyone is buying a car. The company is succeeding in redefining its image, and that takes time. Hoping Dr. Z might grow on you before you tune out.
Auf Wiedersehen.
For today, Michelle Kosinski, NBC News, Atlanta.
And coming up in our next hour, our next half hour, you won't sleep tight when you see where bed bugs are showing up these days. But first, this is Today on NBC.
Their marriage began a lot like yours.
We were in love.
Then he bludgeoned her. He suffocated her. He shot her in the head. He was her husband. Next, Oprah.
Today at 4 on News Channel 8.
Use the internet to buy your next home.
I'm actually telling them what homes I want to see.
Our Sunrise Consumer Alert shows you an effective way to go house hunting online and avoid common buyer's mistakes. Click into your dream home tomorrow morning on News Channel 8.
Mattress World's having a specialty bedding sale.
For the first time, save 30% on air beds, latex mattresses, and NASA-designed memory foam.
That's right. Adjust your own firmness or experience total pressure relief at huge discounts.
And why pay at Christmas when you can get no interest and no payments for 1 full year?
Mattress World's hard-to-find locations will save you money.
It's not too late to sleep like a baby. Mattress World.
If we can't beat any price on any comparable mattress, then the mattress is free.
A walk through Pental is like a stroll through an art gallery. Explore the endless selection of gorgeous stones on display from around the world. You make the decision. Your stone fabricator or design center will make the purchase. Visit Pental Granite and Marble in Portland.
The new 7-passenger GL. We gave it more space. We gave it more handling and performance. We gave it more safety and strength. We think it's finally ready. It's more Mercedes to love. Visit your local authorized Mercedes-Benz dealer today, starting at $55,675.
There's never been a better time to donate your vehicle to Portland Rescue Mission, because our full-service shop may recondition your car to maximize its donation potential. So help drive away hunger by calling Portland Rescue Mission today at 503-MISSION.
Okay, everybody. This just might be the sign of the apocalypse. According to a new Zogby poll, 3/4 of Americans can name 2 of Snow White's 7 dwarfs, but only 1/4 can identify 2 U.S. Supreme Court justices.
I think it's a sign of pop culture. And while 6 in 10 people polled knew Bart is the name of Homer's son on The Simpsons, only 1 in 5 can name one of the ancient Greek poet Homer's epics. For the record, it's the Iliad and the Odyssey. And I've got just one word for that. Dope.
Actually, I never read either, so I could be called dopey anyway. But also, coming up on today, you guys, we're going to talk about love handles. We're talking about how they are back.
As I suck in my gut, I can let it out.
You don't actually have any. But anyway, we're going to talk about why women are looking for beefier men these days.
And did Moses really part the Red Sea? One filmmaker says he can prove the Exodus really happened. We're going to talk to him. It's all coming up after your local news.
Purell users see the world differently. They don't see untouchable, germy bathrooms. They don't see icky, germy hands, and they don't worry about always having soap and water. They just carry Purell Instant Hand Sanitizer. They know in seconds Purell kills 99.99% of germs. So look around. The world is cleaner than you think. Imagine a touchable world. Purell.
My life is more than I expected, so it's a good thing there's Caltrate. It does more than I expected.
Introducing new Caltrate, now with more vitamin D. It helps keep bones strong and your colon healthy.
Bring it on.
New Caltrate, more than you expect.
Hey, Left. What's your favorite Opti-Free ingredient?
We've been over this. Polyquad and Aldox comprise a disinfection system that's simply brilliant, really.
Yeah, they're like the disinfecting super duo.
Okay, that's enough.
Solution ingredients are worth talking about. That's why Alcon created the exclusive Polyquad and Aldox disinfection system to kill the bacteria and fungus that can harm your eyes. Call now or go to lookintoit.com to get a $4 Opti-Free gift card. Opti-Free. Look into it.
Open your door to the nut that's been famously fresh for 100 years. Planters.
Now is the best time ever to get a new Dodge. Get our employee price and get 0% financing or a cash allowance of up to $4,500 on most models. And if not satisfied, simply return it within 30 days. Get employee pricing plus on the Hemi-powered Dodge Ram, Durango with best-in-class interior room, the hot new Dodge Charger, or Grand Caravan with exclusive stow-and-go seating, all with employee pricing plus 0% financing or a cash allowance, and our 30-day return program. Hurry, offers end August 31st.
He's a great kid with big dreams. Of course, we won't be around forever, so we worry about his future.
Hello, this is Troy. Yeah, great.
He just needs a chance.
I got the job.
Flicks on the Bricks, every Friday at Pioneer Courthouse Square. This is a News Channel 8 update.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Brenda Braxton. We have a traffic warning for drivers in downtown Portland this morning. Starting at 10 a.m., authorities will hold a pedestrian sting near Southwest 10th Avenue and Main Street. Drivers who don't stop will get a $240 ticket. The city says it's important to remind drivers to follow the crosswalk laws, since almost 150 pedestrians and bicyclists have been killed in Portland streets in a 10-year period. Well, let's see what else is happening on the roadways this morning. Here's Michael Convery.
Well, the good news is, Brenda, no accidents or stalls at the moment, but the bad news, boy, it's pretty crowded out here. 205 southbound. Look at this, down in Gladstone. It is bumper to bumper this morning, moving up all the way across the Abernathy Bridge into West Lynn. Again, no problems, just a lot of heavy traffic. Inbound on I-84, it is pretty crowded away from 205, off and on, most of the way down to I-5. Bruce Sussman's got a look at your forecast.
Yeah, very interesting. Half the northern valley right now is sunny. The other half totally clouded over. Cool air invading for all of us today. Morning clouds forming and increasing over the next couple of hours, and then a slow burn off this afternoon. 76 for a high temperature. Tomorrow, even cooler, but check out the weekend. 92 Friday, 90 on Saturday, and 86 on Sunday with a whole lot of sunshine. Have a great Tuesday.
Talk, 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 and save. For a limited time, get Comcast Digital Voice for just $24.99 a month for 3 months with free installation. With Comcast Digital Voice, long-distance calling in the U.S. and to Canada is always free. So talk all you want. And talk about value. Comcast has more free calling features than Verizon or Quest. Call now for this huge deal on Comcast Digital Voice. Just $24.99 a month. Hurry, this offer ends soon. Call 1-888-SO-EASY-4 today.
Wow, is that a stuffed crust pizza from Pizza Hut?
Yep, the pizza you eat backwards.
Pizza Hut? Pizza stuffed crust, wow.
Backwards is back. The stuffed crust pizza from Pizza Hut. Melted, delicious cheese stuffed inside a golden brown crust. You just gotta eat it backwards. And it's only $10.99 for a large one topping. That's money back in your pocket. For the pizza you eat backwards, go for the good stuff. Need more pizza? Add any medium one topping for only $5 more.
News Channel 8 invites you to discover beautiful Oregon along Oregon's scenic byways, waterfalls, wild rivers, and a rainforest. World-class outdoor recreation and the Mounted National Scenic Byway takes your breath away. The mountain has many faces as you loop around, from the Hood River Valley's fertile fields at the bottom to the crown jewel, Timberline Lodge at 6,000 feet. See it all. Call for your Scenic Byways trip kit or log on to TravelOregon.com. Oregon, we love dreamers.
We're back at 7:30 on a Tuesday morning. A summer shower on our summer home here. It's the middle of August, the 15th to be exact, 2006. And it is pouring, but we've got a good crowd who's hanging in there for us this morning. And we appreciate their smiling faces as they run and duck for cover under, looks like a towel. A few umbrellas in the crowd. Anyway, welcome back, everyone. A modern twist of an old favorite. Good night, sleep tight, don't let the bed bugs bite. And there's good reason for our crowd listening to that song this morning. Inside our summer studio, Lester Holt with Ann Curry. Matt taking some time off, and coming up in a moment, we're going to talk about those little critters.
That's right, Lester. Bed bugs are back, and they're busier than ever, and they aren't just found at flea bag motels. They are actually likely to land in some of the swankiest establishments around, including your own home. We're going to have the creepy, crawly details in just a moment.
You know, I've read a lot about this recently, to the point that I've been in a few hotels where I've pulled back the covers and the mattress just to check, because you're right, it doesn't appear just a flea bag place.
No, because here's the problem: they keep moving. I mean, they are brought in by pets, and so they're showing up everywhere. There's a kind of an epidemic going on. So we're going to help you figure out how to identify them and what to do with them.
And also had a new take on a very old biblical tale. The Exodus story is at the very root of Christianity, Judaism, and Islam, but many believe the story of Moses, the plagues, the parting of the waters is a fable. Well, now a filmmaker says he has proof the story is for real. We're going to hear from him in just a moment. And later, forget the six-pack abs, pull out that six-pack of beer instead. We'll find out why guys with a little extra weight would appear to be back in fashion.
Apparently so, but we begin with a story that may make your skin crawl. Bed bugs virtually disappeared in this country half a century ago, but they're back. Here's NBC's Ron Mott.
Yes, I know a kid who ate a bug.
Here's something to ponder as you get out of bed today. Did bed bugs have dinner on you? Around the country, the little brown critters have Americans bugging out.
It's dirty. It's horrific. It's with me now.
Just about anywhere a mattress can go, so can bed bugs. More pests than serious health threat, despite the ugly welts they leave behind. We've reported on bed bugs in New York hotels, and there have been complaints nationwide.
Most people still think it's a myth.
In Atlanta, bed bugs are no longer creatures of the imagination.
This right here is the most probably important tool that we use.
They're becoming big business.
In 2004, we had no bed bug jobs. 2005, we had less than 5. In the first 6 months of this year, I've personally been out and treated 23 bed bug jobs.
Their reemergence has some looking for answers, especially after powerful insecticides in the 1950s virtually wiped them out in this country.
So just how are these bed bugs getting here in the first place? Well, some experts say they land at the airport, like this one here in Atlanta, the world's busiest for passengers. They then follow those travelers into hotels, and from there, spread their little wings right into our bedrooms.
And though they don't really fly, at least not on their own, they're the ultimate frequent flyer, racking up miles wherever you go, on your clothes, in your luggage. They hide out by day in nooks and crannies, feasting after dark. And in case you think they only thrive in flea bag type places, exterminators say, think again.
Class, creed, none of that matters to them. They are simply a hitchhiker.
Bed bugs. Hitching a ride. Destination, maybe you. For today, Ron Mott, NBC News, Atlanta.
Gary Alpert is the bug expert from Harvard University. Gary, good morning.
Good morning, Ann.
Okay, so we've got to figure out what are some of the physical signs now that we're creeped out from that piece that we just saw from Ron Mott. How do we know that we might actually have a bed bug problem?
Well, you need two things. You need to be bitten. That's the first thing that happens. People get bites. And then you need to get the actual specimen. You need to check around and find a bed bug and have an expert identified as a bed bug.
Some people think, though, that when they're bitten, that they may be bitten by mosquitoes, but there actually are some telltale signs. For example, that you might have some unexplained blood stains on your sheets. That may be a sign.
That's right, Ann. Bed bugs feed on you, feed on your blood, and the blood goes right through their body, and a little drop goes onto the bed. So.
Okay, and now...
That's a telltale sign.
Okay, who's vulnerable? No, we've just established that it's not just, flea bag kind of motels. Who's most vulnerable to having this problem?
Well, everybody is vulnerable to some degree, but it's usually people in multiple housing and people that travel a lot.
Uh-oh, that's me.
Foreign countries.
Oh, no.
Leave their suitcase by their bed and leave it for 2 or 3 days and then bring back their suitcase full of bed bugs.
Okay, we're seeing a picture of a bed bug there on our screen.
Yeah.
Now, we're sitting on a bed. You were joking that you're going to be teased at work now because you're sitting on a bed with me, but let's take a look at this.
Okay.
How do you, this is the bed. What do we do to go looking for one?
The most important thing is many people think that they're invisible or too tiny to see.
Right.
But they're about the size of an apple seed, and they're very, very easy to look for.
And they're dark.
Yes.
So if you have a white sheet, it's pretty easy.
That's right.
So you just pull all this back.
The time to really look is when you're traveling, when you first check into a hotel, to check the bed before you sleep the night in it and wake with bites. So you want to do it first thing, and you pull all the sheets back completely off the bed, completely off, and it's these seams right along here, and it's almost invariably they stay at the head. That's where the body is warmest, and so that's where the bed bugs tend to be.
So at the front of the bed, the top of the head's part of the bed,
the second
headboard.
seam, that's right, and the headboard and the cracks. The headboard itself, if it's pushed against the wall, all you have to do is pull the bed back and look right there along the edge, and it'll be loaded with bed bugs.
That's a good place to look.
That's right.
My goodness.
They travel a short
hopefully you won't find anything. Now, you also say that another way you can protect your family is if you ever buy an antique or something that's quite old, to inspect it.
Yes.
Even a table?
Well, flea markets, things like that, are now the big danger
there's
zones.
a reason why they call it a flea market.
That's right. Now it's bed bug markets, basically. So they come in along with inside drawers and then old furniture.
And if you actually have bed bugs, you say professional help. You can get professional help. Will it work?
You need professional help. This is not a case of do-it-yourself pest control. Many people will try, and after being bitten for weeks and weeks, and last step, which should have been their first step, is to bring in a professional.
All right. Well, Gary Alpert, thank you so much for the horrible details.
Tell people not to worry.
Okay, and there is something you can do. Thanks so much. If you want more information, go to our website at today.msnbc.com. And now, here's Al.
Today's weather is brought to you by Big Lots. Smart shopping means big lots. With brand names at closeout prices, we save you money.
And good morning. We got some rain out here, but it's going to be moving through. They could use the rain down in the Everglades, Florida. That's because they have had some wildfires going on there. Lightning strike igniting a brush fire Sunday. 1,200 acres burned so far near Highway 27. That's the eastern half of the Everglades. Looks like no buildings in danger. That's good news, but smoke from the fire can be seen for miles around. Let's take a look, show you what's going on right now. We're watching the tropics. We got a couple areas of disturbed weather. One area right off the southeastern Atlantic coast, another one coming off the African coast. We might see some development over the next few days. It has been very quiet so far. Unlike last year, this is a more normal hurricane season. Looking at monsoonal moisture in the southwest, sunshine through California today. Gorgeous day in San Francisco, 64 degrees. Morning showers move through the northeast, then a beautiful day later today. Hot in parts of Florida with temperatures in the 90s. And wow, Tallahassee. You forgot the H, but you added your ha. What's your name?
Shanika. I wrote it at 5. I can't spell before 7.
No excuses, Shanika. No excuses. All right. That's what's going on around the country. Here's what's happening in your neck of the woods.
Well, good morning to you on this Tuesday. Salem starting out with clear skies earlier this morning. Morning clouds trying to form in the Salem area. You will know if they're at your house or not, obviously, as things go gray. And most of the Willamette Valley is graying up, I guess you could call it, as the morning clouds invade. By lunchtime, 68 and mostly cloudy, and 76 for a high temperature today. It's part of a two-day cool down. Tomorrow, even cooler. Then Friday and Saturday, we're back in the 90s.
And you got a birthday wish you want to wish somebody. Whose sign is this? Oh, okay. I was saying, and you were looking at me like I was crazy. I am crazy, but that's okay.
Donna Lou. Sorry.
You made a nice sign. Back over to Ann.
All right, thanks a lot, Al.
You've got an umbrella holder, just
he
like
just
Diddy.
popped in.
That's
Hey,
great.
Jim Simmelman, thanks so much.
Man.
That's so nice of you. By the way, it's Alexandra's birthday, so happy birthday, Alexandra. And as we say that, still to come here today, our buff bods. So yesterday, we're going to find out why some women love guys who are a little softer around the middle. Also coming up next, from plagues of frogs and locusts to the parting of the sea, a new documentary claims it can prove the biblical Exodus really did happen. That's right after this.
We came here to find proof of the slaves.
Well, we came to Big Lots today to get ready for her going off to college. I can't even talk about how much
she's
I'm
gonna
doing
miss
this to her.
Found my desk lamp. Go down an aisle in Big Lots, and it's like, oh, that.
I was amazed. It was dorm central. Brand name stuff. You've got to love those closeout prices. Unbelievable.
Wow. It's cute stuff, too. I'll probably cry, like, as soon as the door closes and she drives away.
The big day is coming. Get ready in Britannia jeans at closeout prices. Ladies and men's $12.99, kids $8. Only at Big Lots.
This summer comes the film Newsweek calls a true story you'd never expect and won't forget. Uplifting. 4 stars. World Trade Center, rated PG-13. Now playing.
We can't see our insides. I can't see my heart. How do I know what kind of shape it's in? I cannot. But I can eat things like soy protein that can help keep it healthy. So I drink Silk.
If you could make a wish, what would it be?
I wish there was a way to prevent cancer.
Alzheimer's.
Obesity.
At Merck, our goal is a future free from sickness. We've already discovered vaccines as well as medicines to help fight diseases like high blood pressure, high cholesterol, and tuberculosis. Now we're working to treat or prevent cancer, Alzheimer's, and obesity. So maybe one day,
I wish there was a cure for diabetes.
we won't have to wish. Merck, where patients come first.
Part of you is afraid to treat your menopausal symptoms. Part of you is afraid not to. Visit nomenopause.com. Because part of you is confused about hormone therapy, all of you wants to understand more. Check out nomenopause.com.
I'm not sure why they thought I was the exotic dancer, but once they saw that 100-calorie pack with 15 Chips Ahoy, the party really took off.
Chips Ahoy 100-calorie packs from Nabisco.
Snack happy.
There are moments every mom feels invisible. That invisible mom feeling doesn't have to apply to your hair. Say yes to beautiful without paying the price. Suave.
What's that?
That's my easy button.
What's it do? That's it? Can I have that? Nope.
It's time to get organized for back to school. Now get a box of 24 Crayola crayons for just 15 cents. Staples. That was easy.
Tonight on NBC, a new teen queen will be crowned with High School Musical's Lucas Grabeel. Live, the Miss Teen USA pageant. Tonight, 8/7 Central on NBC. America's Got Talent 2-hour finale. NBC Wednesday.
We're back at 7:43. Did thousands of frogs plague Egypt? What about Moses and the parting of the Red Sea? And did the Exodus really happen at all? Well, skeptics abound, saying the biblical story is a fable, but a new documentary called The Exodus Decoded may change some of those minds. It's from Oscar-winning director James Cameron and Emmy-winning documentarian Simka Jakubowicz, and it claims to present fresh evidence to prove the Exodus really did happen.
There is a perfectly preserved wall painting here that records an ancient migration into Egypt from the area of modern Israel. As in the Bible, the scene involves bearded Semites riding donkeys and bringing their families and flocks into Egypt. The hieroglyphic inscription on this wall calls these people the Amo, God's people. This is the Cairo Museum. We came here in search of Pharaoh Ahmose, the man who we believe is the Pharaoh of the Exodus. Here is the man who confronted Moses. In history, Pharaoh Ahmose is most famous for expelling a foreign nation from Egypt around 1500 BCE. We came here to find proof of the slaves that Moses led to freedom. And sure enough, there are slave inscriptions here, and one of them records a 3,500-year-old cry. El, save me. This is the writing of a slave who worked in this mine, and he wrote his cry to God, saying, help me, don't forget me. Here, where he worked and he slept and he probably died.
Pretty incredible that after all these years we would be here to record this man's cry.
Simka Jakubowicz is the producer of The Exodus Decoded, which airs Sunday on the History Channel. Simka, good morning to you. What a fascinating journey you've taken.
Yeah, good morning.
When people see science applied to the Bible, especially people of faith, they often think that science is out to disprove the Bible. You came at it from a different approach. What made you think you could find new evidence to prove the Exodus is as it's written?
Well, I mean, I'm an investigative filmmaker, and one of the things that's happened about this, that the only people who have commented on it are archaeologists and historians. So I wanted to see if I can bring my skills as an investigator, as a detective, if you will, to the story. And the common wisdom is that there isn't a single shred of archaeological evidence to prove the biblical story. So I want to know if it's true. And what I saw, that it was all based on one date. It happened 3,200 years ago. So I thought, well, maybe they're just looking at the wrong date. And I did a really simple thing. I asked, when does the Bible say it happened? And the Bible says it happened 3,500 years ago, not 3,200 years ago.
And that led you to what you say is evidence in plain sight. We should mention, you spent 6 years in this project. You went to director James Cameron and said, hey, work with me on this. He says, and what did he say? He says, unless you'd found the lost Ark of the Covenant, I don't have the time. He eventually signs on. What was the first
that's piece? What I told him. I said, Indiana Jones didn't find the Ark. We found it. Let's go.
So what was the first piece of evidence that said, hey, this is coming together. This story, I can prove this story to be true?
Once we had the right, it's like finding, the right president and the right date for whether the American Civil War happened. Once we had the right pharaoh and the right date, the archaeological heavens opened up. We found the pharaoh who confronted Moses. We found the real Mount Sinai. Sorry, all these tourists are going up the wrong mountain. We found, finally, an image from 3,500 years ago, carved in gold, of the lost Ark of the Covenant.
You changed the timeline, essentially, is what you did.
We actually went back to where the ancients say and where the Bible says. Instead of trying to figure out, looking where we say it is, we just said, when does the Bible say? When did the ancients say? And that's where we looked. And once we did that, it really was all the evidence, it's like Raiders of the Lost Ark. It was hiding in plain sight.
Let me take a moment here. It's a good time to pause and go through the history as we know it. The Israelites first migrated to Egypt to escape the drought in their homeland. They were later enslaved when the Pharaoh feared they might gain too much power. The Bible says that during the time of enslavement under the Egyptians, Israelite male infants were slain. Moses, the great-grandson of Jacob, was spared, hidden in a marsh. He later grows up and unites his people, confronts the Egyptian Pharaoh, and those famous words, let my people people go. 10 times the Pharaoh says no. 10 plagues then came down onto the Egyptian people. A mass of frogs invaded the land. Water turned to blood. Firstborn Egyptian males began to die. The Pharaoh then finally gives up. He relents, releases the Israelites, go into the desert, but then decides to follow them with his army. They end up cornered at the Red Sea. The seas part, envelops the Egyptian army, and they're allows the Israelites to cross into safety. And that's a very quick version of Exodus. A lot of things in there that turning first of all, splitting the Red Sea, the water to blood.
Yeah,
You found scientific explanations.
That's the point. People treat it as mythology. We wanted to see, is it history? We didn't get into, did God do it or did nature? Is it history? That's the question. Did it happen or is it a fairy tale? And what we found, we essentially have provided the science behind the miracle.
The frogs. Explain the frogs.
Well, once the water turns red, once the water is contaminated, and the same thing happened in 1986 in Lake Nios, Cameroon. 86, not 2,000 years ago. The water turned red, the people got boils, and then 1,800 people died in their sleep. Why? There was a gas leak. It went through the water, iron turned it red, the people died from a gas leak. We looked back at the Bible, exactly the same sequence. We're in an earthquake zone, we're in a gas zone. It couldn't be a coincidence. And once you understand that, of course, the fish die because they can't jump out of the water.
But you're not,
and the frogs jump out of the water because they can.
But you're not suggesting God didn't put that into motion, or are you?
Not at all. What I'm saying, God works through nature for somebody who believes in God. The point is, I didn't get into theology or philosophy. My question was this. The common wisdom is, it didn't happen. Did it happen? We went out and we provided the archaeological evidence and the scientific evidence to make a compelling argument that the Exodus is fact, not fiction.
It is, as I said, a fascinating journey at the start, and it's a story that is central to three major religions, of
course.
The
History Channel, Sunday.
And I was just going to mention that. Simcha Yakubovich, appreciate you being here, and as you said so well, the Exodus Decoded on the History Channel this Sunday night. You didn't mention, though, it's 8 Eastern and Pacific. Simcha, thanks very much. Nice having you here. Appreciate your work. Still had another secret revealed, what your high school student needs to know to get into college. But first, these messages.
My girlfriend and I were talking about osteoporosis, and she told me she has to set aside time one morning every week to take her osteoporosis pill. I said, I take once monthly Boniva. It fits my routine. And she said, that I can do. Boniva helps build strong, healthy bones to prevent fractures with just one pill a month. With all I do for bone health, Boniva fits right in. Unlike weekly treatments, I only need Boniva once a month. No wonder 2 out of 3 women preferred the dosing of Boniva over a weekly treatment.
You should not take Boniva if you have low blood calcium, severe kidney disease, or cannot sit or stand for at least 60 minutes. Follow dosing instructions carefully. Stop taking Boniva and tell your doctor if you experience difficult or painful swallowing, chest pain, or severe or continuing heartburn, as these may be signs of serious upper digestive problems.
Ask your doctor if Boniva is right for you. My girlfriend is so glad she did.
Once monthly Boniva. Ask your doctor for a free trial offer or call 1-800-4-BONIVA.
Yep, we got a whole aisle here dedicated to fiber pills. You got fiber powder, fiber gum. But if you just have one bowl of these all-brand yogurt bites, you get these crunchy flakes. Oh, and these little yogurt thingies are really good too. Plus, you're going to get 3 times the amount of fiber that you get in the leading fiber supplement. They put yogurt in those pills? No. No.
All brand yogurt bites. Have your fiber and eat it too.
Leave him. Come away with me.
Riveting, sexy, true movie magic.
As long as we're alive, he'll hunt us.
Edward Norton, Paul Giamatti, Jessica Biel.
Find out how the trick is done and then arrest him.
The Illusionist. Rated PG-13. Starts August 18th in select cities.
For every drop of yourself you give, get every drop back. We offer over 80 ways to hydrate, energize, nourish, relax, or enjoy every drop of life.
What would you do on a $50,000 Expedia dream vacation? Want a chance to win a $50,000 ultimate dream vacation? Enter now at ExpediaGiveaway.com. Expedia.com.
Now at Office Depot, you'll find an HP computer everyone will love. Use it to watch movies, to manage your music collection, or for work. The HP Pavilion with Intel Pentium 4 processor 524, 17-inch LCD flat panel monitor, and HP DeskJet 3915 color printer. Only $569.98 after mail-in savings. Exclusively at Office Depot.
Small spills. Want to clean them with less waste? Bounty Select-A-Size. It's 45% smaller, but all Bounty. Lab tests prove that when wet, one small sheet is stronger than their full size. Bounty Select-A-Size.
Coming up in our next half hour, good news for guys who are packing a little on. Apparently women like the big teddy bear types now.
More to love. Let me tell you also, Hillary Duff. Are we excited about Hillary Duff? But first, these messages.
You'd be surprised at how much fiber is missing from your diet. But now there's new Fiber Sure from the makers of Metamucil. Simply add it to the foods you already eat. The fiber blends right in. You can't taste it, can't see it. Just mix it in. It's that easy. New Fiber Sure. It's just what you've been missing.
Are aches and pains keeping you up? Now there's a new PM that has you covered. Introducing Advil PM, the multi-pain relieving power of Advil plus a non-habit forming sleep aid. New Advil PM. Stop hurting and start sleeping.
Now on DVD.
Mom, some idiot just parked this RV outside our house.
A comic adventure for the whole family.
She's joking around.
There's more than one! RV. Get it now on DVD and Blu-ray disc.
If you use those over-the-counter drops several times a day, you may have chronic dry eye due to decreased tear production without knowing it, like me. And my doctor prescribed Restasis.
With continued use, Restasis helps increase your natural ability to produce tears, which may be reduced by inflammation due to chronic dry eye. It should not be used by patients with active eye infections and has not been studied in patients with a history of herpes viral infections of the eye. The most common side effect is a burning sensation.
More of my own tears. Thanks, Restasis.
Share endless adventures with those who make your world in a world where everything is perfect. Get up to 50% off depending on date of travel. Call 1-800-BEACHES or visit our website.
You're just not going to find a better carpet cleaner than Stanley Steamer. They're professional, respectful, and really just take service to a whole new level.
Call 1-800-STEAMER. Stanley Steamer gets carpet cleaner.
Do you think this is the best coffee in the world?
Flights to Venice to try the coffee, $0. Flights to Istanbul, Kona, and Seattle to try the coffee, $0.
Now this is the best. The pie is great too.
Best in the world. Traveling for any reason at all, priceless. Use your MasterCard and you could win 500 round-trip tickets anywhere in the world to share with anyone.
Our commitment is to be everything to everyone looking for a good night's sleep.
We have the best prices from entry level to ultra luxury.
No one beats our price, quality, service, or selection.
It's not too late to sleep like a baby. Mattress World.
How do you like my new car?
It took 4 months, maybe 9 months.
Before I finally bought it. How long did it take you to choose your car insurance?
10 or 15 minutes.
About 20 minutes.
Are you sure you got the right coverage?
I hope so.
Maybe not.
At Amica, we think choosing the right car insurance is too important to rush through. So when you call, we take the time to understand you and then help you understand your options.
I love options.
Call Amica now and start saving money today. And because we help you choose the right coverage, you could save a lot more down the road.
I'm going to call Amica.
Amica. It's not just how you're covered, it's how you're treated.
Mattress World's having a specialty bedding sale.
For the first time, save 30% on air beds, latex mattresses, and NASA Design memory foam.
Experience total pressure relief at huge discounts.
It's not too late to sleep like a baby. Mattress World.
News Channel 8 weather on KGW.com. This is a News Channel 8 update.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Brenda Braxton. Here's what's happening. Police now say another person in Salem found a pipe bomb under her car. 4 other bombs turned up last Thursday, but none exploded. Police say the cases are connected. Now they're just trying to figure out how. Police are asking for the public's help. If you have a tip that could crack this case, call 1-888-ATF-BOMB. Now with the traffic update this morning, here's Michael Convery.
All right, thanks, Brenda. Over on Highway 217, no problems, but you can see pretty heavy traffic in both directions right in the progress area. Inbound on I-84, it's crowded away from 205 up past 82nd, and then off and on again from 33rd to I-5. And out of Vancouver, I-5 South, it's slow from SR 500 most of the way through Delta Park. Bruce Sussman has a look at your forecast.
Well, thanks a lot, Michael. And I've got a map here of Washington and Oregon, and Portland's right about here. And you can see the morning clouds have come up the Columbia River. And we've also got morning clouds coming in from the southern Willamette Valley. Those of you in between, still waiting on your morning clouds to develop. Cloudy in Portland right now in 58. Sunny in Salem with morning clouds on the increase in 55. Today, a high of just 76 degrees. But check out the weekend, 92 on Friday and 90 on Saturday. Have a great morning.
Each year, hundreds are killed in bicycle incidents. Portland Fire and Rescue has prevention tips to keep you safe and sound.
Respect the rules of the road.
Ride with traffic, not against it.
Helmets are your hard hat.
Wear helmets properly, no matter what you're riding.
And if you're a motorist,
give bicycles plenty of room and check your mirror.
It's not just about saving lives.
it's about saving our lives.
Sponsored by Portland Fire and Rescue and News Channel 8.
Bathing suit season is here, so get ready with LA Weight Loss's 8-week body makeover.
20 pounds gone. 36 pounds. 29 pounds. 20 pounds in just 8 weeks. You could lose up to 4 dress sizes and 20 pounds in just 8 weeks. On LA's new 8-week program, you get everything that you need to succeed. Only 8 weeks. You've got to give it a try. Lose the weight. Make over your body.
LA Weight Loss, proud sponsor of the 15th annual Komen Portland Race for the Cure.
There's a powerful spirit moving through Oregon. A spirit with the strength to change lives and the promise to unite us. It is the spirit of community. Nourish it, and we are all empowered. Spirit Mountain Community Fund, a $35 million tradition of giving.
Now on this wet Tuesday morning, August 15, 2006, we've got quite a crowd, and you know what? No one's been budging. Lester, despite the fact that the rain is coming down, a very nice, smiley group of people. And you know, a lot of Hillary Duff fans are joining us this morning. The young people with signs on.
The young people.
I love the young people.
Love the young people.
How do you like this canopy that we've created for you?
I know, I really like it. And also, I'm getting a little drippage, I must say, although I won't complain too much.
Thank you very much.
I get in trouble.
See, if Mac's not here, somebody has to pick up the mantle of whining.
Lester and Al joining me now. Anyway, so we were talking about in this half hour besides the rain. We'll be talking about how this is the time of the year when a lot of high school seniors are gearing up for their new year, really worried about what's going to happen to them when they go into college. How are they going to get into college, number one? And we've got a lot of good advice this morning on how to apply. You know, one woman told me this morning that she would rather, she's a mother of 2 kids in college, she said she'd rather have a root canal without Novocaine than to go through the college application process.
We did it last year and sent one to college. We've got another one in 2 years, and we're already working on that process.
I think we do too much for our kids.
I wonder.
Our parents didn't do that for us.
I didn't. Did you even go to SAT study classes?
I didn't even take an SAT.
You're right.
I got up on a Saturday morning and just went and sat down and took the silly test. But now
we
it's
love them. We want to help.
But we also did our homework by candlelight.
We'll talk about the 12 miles in the snow.
Yeah, we actually typed on manual typewriters.
But anyway, let's stop dating ourselves. We're also going to talk about love handles. Do women really love handles?
Yes.
Apparently, you know, Vince Vaughn and Jack Black, guys like this are kind of putting an end to the whole metrosexual thing. Will Ferrell. I mean, nobody wears a thong like Will Ferrell. Anyway, we're going to talk about this new trend and the question of what women really want around the waist.
Okay.
All right. And making that transition, Hillary Duff. She's not going to be here. I just like saying that name. No, she is going to be here. Hillary Duff is going to be here. You know, it's kind of like young Frankenstein. Frau Blucher. Hillary Duff.
Hillary Duff.
Duff. Let's now go to Natalie Morales, who's got to check out the morning's top stories.
Hillary Duff!
All right. Good morning, Ann, Lester, and Al. As the Mideast ceasefire takes hold, Israel plans to complete the withdrawal of its troops from southern Lebanon by next week. Also, Israel will release thousands of reservists from duty who had been called up as reinforcements, and tomorrow it'll begin turning over captured territory to the Lebanese army. Meantime, roads throughout Lebanon are packed with cars bringing thousands of refugees back home. Doctors today are treating former Israeli Prime Minister Ariel Sharon with antibiotics and steroids after he suffered yet another setback. Sharon has been in a coma for more than 7 months after suffering a stroke in January. He now has a lung infection and deteriorating brain function. They had just returned home from Iraq last month, and now 300 Alaska-based soldiers are heading back. On Monday, the Pentagon extended the deployment of the 172nd Stryker Brigade by 4 months. The troops will be stationed in Baghdad to help stem the sectarian violence. A search is underway in Gaza for 2 journalists reportedly kidnapped by Palestinian gunmen Monday. The 2 men work for Fox News. They are American Steve Santani and cameraman Olaf Wigg. The wife of one of the journalists says negotiations are underway for their release. Severe weather swept across Oklahoma Monday with heavy rains flooding roads and cars and 60-mile-an-hour winds downing power lines. A lightning strike sparked a house fire in Oklahoma City. Hollywood couple Kate Hudson and Chris Robinson are splitting after nearly 6 years of marriage. No reason has been given for the split. The couple has a 2-year-old son, Ryder. Culture Club singer Boy George wasn't quite the chameleon on Monday when he was seen clearly sweeping the streets of New York. It was the first of 5 days of community service after pleading guilty in March to falsely reporting a burglary at his apartment. It is 8:04, time for the weather and Dow.
Today's weather is brought to you by Royal Caribbean. Create your own adventure at RoyalCaribbean.com.
And we got a young lady turning 50 today. What's your name?
My name is Adrienne King.
And where are you from?
From Connecticut.
Well, thanks for coming. Happy birthday.
Thank you so much.
And we got some young Hillary Duff fans here, right? Excited? What's your name? Maji and?
Mystery.
Oh, Mystery. Well, there's no mystery. You're a very pretty young lady. And you've got a Hillary Duff t-shirt on. What's your name?
Kendra.
Kendra, nice to see you. All right, let's check your weather. See what's happening. We'll show you today. Pick City, Las Vegas, Nevada, NBC 3, partly cloudy, 101 today. Rest of the country, we're looking at showers, monsoonal moisture in the southwest. Morning showers will move through here in the northeast, giving way to a nice day. Heat along the southeastern Atlantic coast, and plenty of heat back through Salt Lake City on into the Dakotas and Montana with temperatures in the 80s. That's what's going on around the country. Here's what's happening in your neck of the woods.
Good morning to you on this Tuesday. Overcast skies, the Inn at Cape Kiwanda and Pacific City. We've even seen areas of drizzle along the Oregon coast this morning. Here's what's going on in the Willamette Valley. It's a morning cloud invasion. They're rolling into our skies, and it's going to keep developing over the next couple of hours. 68 and mostly cloudy at lunchtime, 76 and partly sunny for today's high temperature. It's a 2-day cool down, back into the 80s then on Thursday and 90s for Friday and Saturday.
That's your latest weather, and all I can say is Hillary Duff!
You know what, Al? Take a look at this little girl. This is the youngest, I think, Hillary Duff fan in the crowd.
That's a cutie. Who's that? What's her name?
This is Abigail and her cousin Molly.
Abigail and Molly.
Look at Abigail, little curl on top. Anyway,
all right,
let's move on and tell everybody that's still to come here on the Today program.
Hillary Duff
of the honeymoon. We're going to be checking out the baby moon. Parents-to-be going on one last trip before the stork arrives. But up next is a little flab, absolutely fab.
One more time. Say it. Say it.
Hillary Duff! Why some women are going for beefy guys and why some young girls are going for Hillary Duff.
We come to the Caribbean in search of something this family rarely sees. I've heard rumors it still exists, but I don't know. We've tried everything to coax it out into the open. Wait, there it is. She's actually smiling. And then it's gone in a flash.
Don't just take your family on a vacation. Take them on an adventure. Find out how at RoyalCaribbean.com and get out there.
Inspired by a true story.
His name is Vince Papale.
Philadelphia Eagles will hold open tryouts.
And on August 25th,
Even if you're down there for 1 hour, you're down there.
one man's extraordinary journey is about to begin. Invincible, rated PG.
For people with diabetes, testing with Freestyle is virtually pain-free. Freestyle uses the world's smallest blood sample size. And that means happy fingers. Ask your healthcare professional about Freestyle blood glucose monitors.
2, please.
Introducing Keep the Change.
There you go. Enjoy the show.
Each time you make a purchase with your Bank of America Visa check card, we not only round up the amount to the next dollar and transfer your change from your checking to your savings account, we also match your savings for the first 3 months and continue matching 5% thereafter. Up to $250, which means there's a new easy way to save right at your fingertips. Keep the change and experience higher standards in checking. Only from Bank of America.
Love your look? Or change your look with LensCrafters 30-day unconditional guarantee and 2,000 styles to choose from. You can wear them or change them till you love them. Guaranteed. LensCrafters.
Everything kids must have. Plus, everything they gotta have.
Back to school. Hey, I'm all checked out.
Announcing the Subaru all-wheel deal model year clearance. There's never been a better time to lease the fuel-efficient all-wheel drive Subaru Legacy and Impreza. Right now, lease an Impreza 2.5i for only $169 per month for 48 months. The Legacy and Impreza, both with a top safety pick gold rating and the safety of all-wheel drive standard.
Every day is a winding road.
Hurry, the $169 per month lease ends September 5th.
Nasal allergy symptoms like congestion can occur at any time, and it's hard to avoid the things that cause them. Prescription Nasonex helps relieve congestion and other nasal allergy symptoms. Maybe that's why 4 million nasal allergy sufferers used Nasonex last year.
Side effects were generally mild and included headache, viral infection, sore throat, nosebleeds, and coughing. For more information, talk to your doctor.
Nasonex keeps congestion and other nasal allergy symptoms on the run, day and night.
The Infinity Hair Designer by Conair is the next revolution in styling. A triple action attachment grips hair tight and rotates to dry and straighten faster from any angle. One hand, no brush, no weight. Salon results without the salon. Infinity by Conair.
We're back at 8:10. Do you know what the hot new accessory is for fall? For men, it might be a few extra pounds.
But before you trade in your gym membership for a plate of pasta, let's find out what our good buddy Steve Sharippa discovered when he hit the streets to find out if women really like guys with a gut.
After a long, difficult battle, the end finally came. Quick and painless. Time of death, 8 a.m. this morning. The metrosexual is gone. His replacement, let's just say he's a little bigger and uses a lot less product, making this summer's hottest new accessory an extra 10 pounds.
Sorry I'm late, gang.
But do women really like it?
I'm trying to talk to some girls and guys and see if women like guys with a little flab on them. You like fat guys? No?
They're cute.
They're cute. Fat guys are cute.
You're not fat though.
Like an elephant in the zoo. It's cute. You like metrosexual guys? You like to share your jeans with a guy? That kind of guy?
No, I like that.
You like that?
Big bulky.
Yeah, I kind of like you too, baby.
Too much of anything is not good for you, baby.
So you like older guys?
Yeah.
Yeah? You like older, fat Italian guys on The Sopranos? Now, what kind of guy are you attracted to?
A bigger guy, kind of like you.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Are you married?
No.
Why not? You're beautiful.
Because I'm 19.
Actually, as I've gotten older and fatter, the more women. It's like Buddha. They want to rub the Buddha.
Let me ask you, just me and you.
Okay.
You cheat on your wife?
No.
Never?
No.
Once in a while?
Oh, no.
Once in a blue moon?
Never.
How do you do in the women's department, if you don't mind me asking?
Well, not too bad.
You never had a problem?
No, never a problem. Well, I like skinny girls.
Oh, you like skinny girls?
Yeah.
Well, I've eaten sandwiches bigger than those girls. Women like guys with a little flab on them these days. And I'm talking to guys and girls. You got a little flab. Well, come on. What are you? Who are you, Jack LaLanne?
Ready, begin.
In the summer, it's hot in the city. Do you run around in a Speedo?
No.
No, you wouldn't do that.
No.
That'll scare your wife off.
That would scare me off.
Yeah, don't do that. So when you take your shirt off at night,
Bam!
She goes, all right. See, when I do that, they go, oh! They don't go, bam, they go, oh, my God. I'm here at Rochester Big and Tall, and this is where most of the flabby guys in Manhattan shop. The best place. Let's go inside. I believe if you had an all-you-could-eat buffet, the store would be much busier. Do you agree with that? Think there are a lot more customers?
No, there'd be a lot more mess.
Do women ever ask you if your breasts are real? You ever get a guy come in here by mistake, like a skinny little guy looking for clothes?
Yeah.
You throw him out, you call security, get out of here. No skinny guys in this store. You ever throw them out?
We don't throw anybody out.
So guys, even though women like guys with a little flab, if you're wearing these, it's time to put down the fork. Steve Sharippa for the Today Show.
And actor Steve Sharippa is also the author of The Goomba Diet, and David Zizenko is the editor-in-chief of Men's Health magazine. His book is called The Abs Diet. Good morning, guys.
Hello, guys.
Women don't want to share their genes with men.
No,
That's a great line.
I do not think they want to share their jeans. First of all, I could fit a family of 4 in my jeans, but I don't think women want to share their jeans.
Not while you're wearing them.
But not their jeans, not their hair products. Women want guys. That's why they go out with guys.
Is that something new? Are they just tired of the metrosexual?
Well, I think the metrosexual was in, and now they're out, baby.
We run in trends, don't we?
Yeah, we run in trends, and metrosexuality is dead, and good riddance to it.
We're tired.
But let's be clear here. I mean, because this trend is a tough calzone to swallow. I mean, this is not
like that,
having big is good.
Read the book.
Tall is good. Strong is good. But flabby is not necessarily sexy.
How are you defining flabby?
Well, having more than 10 pounds. I mean, if you're big, that can be sexy. But all things being
But I mean,
equal,
what you're saying, what guys are sexy?
Yeah, I'm saying
make you, I mean, you're saying what guys
big,
are sexy.
Strong,
this from a guy who's 12 pounds.
It doesn't hurt if you're a celebrity.
But the woman said that you're not fat, you're just big guys. There's a difference.
You know what? I think women they feel secure with big guys. Guys, especially as they get older, you treat them good. You're a good guy. You have a good sense of humor, and you get girls.
You're just grateful that they're there.
You're fine.
Okay, we're talking like Vince Vaughn. Yeah. Jack Black, Will Ferrell. Now, these are all guys that are not string beans, but they're also funny guys.
Right, they're funny. That's their shtick. These guys aren't necessarily sex symbols. Women aren't seeing these movies and turning to each other afterward and saying, wow, I got to get me a piece of Nacho Libre. Or,
I think he wants me on the cover of his magazine next month. Tell the truth. Announce it. I'm on Men's Health next month.
Before shot.
But in a sense, they do, in that these guys and flabby guys, tend to be, I think, funnier guys in that they're a little more confident.
Yeah,
because
definitely,
they feel good about
and confidence is key, but it's also part of the package. And you know what? Being overweight, a little bit overweight, is totally fine. You could still be healthy and fit.
But who's going to decide who's overweight? Some girls like big guys.
Sure.
And they like guys with a little flat.
But I think what you're saying is women really are more personality. Centered than body.
They look for, they look at Steve's excellent bone structure, for example, or something like that.
Keep going. It's working.
When's the last time you've been to the gym, Steve?
I walk.
You walk past the gym.
I walk to go get a sandwich, Al. That's what I did.
So are women going for the guys who are reading the ab diet or the Goomba diet?
Listen, you want to have a good time?
Yeah.
Enjoy yourself? Go on the Goomba diet. You want to live longer? Go on the ab diet.
It's like the difference between running shoes and cement shoes.
Yes,
that's the difference.
So was the metrosexual guy, the guy with all the product and all that, was he really ever found sexy, or was that a media creation?
No, I think it was a very quick passing trend, and I think today, people are respecting men of strength, and it's hard to be a man of strength and a man of action when you got like cotton balls between your toes.
But the girls want a guy with the product and all that. I mean, in the magazine, you got a lot of that. They primp, they get ready. It takes them that much longer. They share T-shirts.
Remember, the original guy like this was Fred Flintstone. He had will.
There you go.
Yeah. Fellas, thanks. Steve Sharippa, Dave Zizenko, thanks so much for coming on. Good discussion. I'm going to go have a ham sandwich now. Thank you both. In a minute, we're going to give it an old college try, and Admissions Insider shares the secrets to getting into the college of your choice.
And Hillary Duff.
Right after this.
What's cooking at Stouffer's? A whole menu of restaurant-inspired dishes. Corner bistro entrees from Stouffer's. 6 delicious entrees like seafood scampi, shrimp and scallops tossed in a buttery garlic sauce and served over linguine pasta. It's not what you'd expect from frozen, but it is what you'd expect from Stouffer's. Try our full menu of corner bistro entrees and see what's cooking at Stouffer's.
Fashion moves fast. Hair has to look good. You can wait for a professional or pick up an Infinity Solid Ceramic Straightener. Plates heat up in 30 seconds to smooth out frizz for a show-stopping shine. Professional styling tools from Infinity by Conair. We get you to a V. Viactive gets that staying healthy and strong is your goal, so we give you 2 delicious ways to get there. Viactive multivitamin chews and also calcium chews for one strong you.
We were a great band of pillagers, but with so many people switching to Capital One, we've had to form a new band. Everybody sing! I write the songs! Helga! We even won a battle of the bands.
For low rates and great rewards, switch to Capital One.
What's in your wallet?
Go ahead, push it. It's a new HP notebook. It's got Intel Centrino Dual Mobile technology, so you can take it pretty much anywhere.
I'm gonna take it over here. Staples makes technology easy. Do more with a powerful HP Pavilion notebook. Just $949.99. Only at Staples. That was easy.
Hair color that wrecks your hair or protects your hair. Bingo. New Natural Instincts with weekly color treatment actively helps protect your hair 30% more than the leading hair color. More protection, more shine. Now isn't that more you? Natural Instincts, new from Clairol.
If you have allergies, discover Alivert Refreshing Mint. The instant it touches your tongue, it dissolves into action. And you know allergy relief is on its way. Alivert Refreshing Mint. Experience the relief.
Hi, can you tell me, how are the rooms at that hotel?
Very nice curtains and TV and video games.
Uh-huh. And the rooms at your hotel?
There's a bed and some table.
Right.
Want to compare hotels side by side? Send in the experts at Hotels.com. Only they offer property comparison tools where you choose your hotels, then compare features like pools, restaurants, services, and more. Log on or call now for great deals everywhere. Hotels.com. We know hotels inside and out. Go!
The question isn't, are you in motion? It's why. Don't just move. Propel.
High school can be stressful enough, but for millions of young people across this country, an even bigger challenge awaits: applying for college. School may still be out for summer, but it's looming on the horizon for high school student Hank Wyman. About to enter his senior year, Wyman admits he's stressed out about the upcoming academic calendar.
Senior year is going to be tough because I'm going to be balancing a lot of things. There's the pressure of the college application.
He's not alone. College applications, in addition to rigorous classes and SAT exams, are what many high school seniors are talking about.
My mom's constantly nagging at me to continue my work with the college application, but it actually is helpful for someone to be pressuring me to get the work done.
His parents agree that the pressure on kids today is sometimes overwhelming.
They're told to be a kid and be themselves, but yet people are really examining that self in a very unnatural way.
Considering how competitive the college admissions process has become, many students are looking for the inside track into their choice school. Elizabeth Wiesner-Gross, author of What Colleges Don't Tell You, offers this advice.
People think that the Ivy League is the place that everybody needs to be, or that offers the best education. The number one priority should be to follow your passion, to go to the school or to apply to the school that really has the field that you want.
And for assistance with the application process, students should work closely with their school guidance counselors.
Our job is to help them meet their deadlines and hold their hand in a lot of ways so that they can actually get through what they see as an overwhelming process.
One thing most experts acknowledge is for students to let their personalities shine through any application.
I have no idea what a college actually wants, but for now I'm just going with what I think is the best strategy, just trying to be myself.
Rachel Korn, a former college admissions officer, is the editor of How to Survive Getting into College. Rachel, good morning.
Good morning.
Leslie here is a mother of two, and she actually she just went through this process. She said she'd rather go through having a root canal without Novocaine than go through this application process again. I mean, why is it so difficult, Rachel?
Right now, it's actually supply and demand. We have more students applying to colleges these days. Students are making multiple applications to multiple schools, and simply when schools have so many applications, they can choose as many or as few as they want.
Okay, so let's start with what seniors now, heading into their senior year of high school, should be doing in August to think about this process.
Right now, maybe students even want to squeeze in a few last tours if you have time. Get exposure to a few more schools. Use the internet, help to narrow that list of schools to which you want to apply. Applications are ready, though. They're probably just about up online now. It's time.
Okay, so let's take a look at those applications. You say the personality, you should allow your personality to come through the application.
It's critical. At these top schools, every applicant has amazing grades and scores and activities. Their admissions officers look for what makes you, you.
You also say the student contributions to the school. In other words, what you've done for your high school?
Two things. First of all, they're looking for what you've done in your high school that makes you stand out. And admissions officers are looking for something in you that you're going to bring to them. Is it grades? Is it where you live? Is it an activity? Are you just that kid that everybody falls in love with and thinks will be the leader and the best roommate ever?
And the person who might be able to make the difference.
Make the difference.
Which is a huge deal. And also the solid grades and test scores, which is, of course, a given we have to take a look at. But you also say that in terms of what kids should do, I mean, should they actually focus on one activity, say they're major in sports, or is it important for them to be good at sort of everything? I mean, I think that's the pressure a lot of kids feel, a lot of parents feel.
It's so individual, and I think that's the important message. A student who is true to his passions will look so much better in an application. If somebody is a serious musician and needs to practice the piano 30 hours a week, that's fine if that's what you do and you really excel in that field.
Okay, so in terms of the application process, here's your advice. Do your homework and research, tailor your application, make your top choice known to your teachers in high school.
Sure, if you have that top choice and you're applying in that regular pool, you have a lot of applications out there, let your teachers also help be your advocates and let them know why you think that school is a top choice so they have that information to help share.
Okay, but also they might also let you know, they may be able to guide you to a school that might be better for you. Is that
Absolutely.
possible?
Guidance counselors are your friends and advocates. They help you through this process. Don't forget to use them.
Do you suggest an early decision?
If you found that one choice that's your top choice that you will go to and you love 100%, absolutely.
But you know, we also are hearing, Rachel, that we should sort of relax as well. I mean, you know, this is intense, but a lot of parents are putting a lot of pressure on their kids. And the truth is a lot of people do very well coming out of schools that may not be your brand name, big name schools. Rachel Korn, thanks so much for your information this morning. If you'd like to read more of How to Survive Getting into College, you can go to our website. We'll be right back right after this.
They could be anywhere.
Just need a little evidence.
They've already gotten the neighbors, you know.
If they're here, I'll find them.
It's only a matter of time. We're gonna need some help.
The termites will need the help. Plus, you and your husband, if you ever have a garage sale. Protect your home. Protect your family. Orkin can help. Call 800-800-ORKIN for a free inspection.
Elton John. One show only, September 24th, live at the Rose Garden. Elton John and his band. The Captain and the Kid Tour. Featuring all your favorites live. Tickets are on sale now.
Providence Health System, a caring difference you can feel.
This is a News Channel 8 update.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Brenda Braxton along with James Ray.
The wind is a concern today for firefighters struggling to control the biggest wildfire burning on Mount Hood. The bluegrass fire grew slightly yesterday and is the largest of the Mount Hood fires, which have scorched at least 700 acres at this point. We want to check in with Michael Convery now for a final look at the morning drive.
All right, thanks, Brenda. Down on 205 southbound in West Lynn. What you're looking at, you see that crane off to the, what is the right of 205 south. No lanes are blocked, but we do have a work crew down there working on the hillside there in West Lynn, and that is causing quite the attention. That has 205 southbound backed up solid, back through Oregon City, back in through Gladstone, and all the way back into Clackamas on 205 south. We are bumper to bumper. Bruce Sussman's got your forecast.
All right, lots of clouds moving into the valley. Overcast right now in most of Portland and 59 degrees. Down in Salem, a lot of sunshine, but morning clouds developing and 58. Where are we headed? Well, how about 76 today, 74 tomorrow, and then 90s by Friday and Saturday. Have yourself a great morning.
Their marriage began a lot like yours.
We were in love.
Then he bludgeoned her. He suffocated her. He shot her in the head. He was her husband. Next, Oprah.
Today at 4 on News Channel 8.
The son of a police officer, Mike Erickson learned the value of honesty, hard work, and helping others. Erickson used these values to build a business into one of the fastest-growing companies in America. Today, hundreds of companies come to Mike Erickson for help in cutting costs and operating more efficiently. Mike Erickson, successful businessman, community leader, problem solver, and just what we need to bring real change to Congress.
I'm Mike Erickson, and I approve this message.
I love my dentist, and you will too, because finding a dentist has never been easier. We have dentists ready to help you smile and take care of your dental needs. Checkups, teeth whitening, to extreme smile makeovers. Call 1-888-SMILE-INFO and you will be connected to a dentist near you.
Like Drs. Ravi and Mindy Sinha in Portland. There's a 1-888-SMILE-INFO dentist near you.
For a free smile makeover evaluation, call 1-888-SMILE-INFO.
Bathing suit season is here, so get ready with LA Weight Loss's 8-week body makeover.
20 pounds gone, 36 pounds, 29 pounds, 20 pounds in just 8 weeks. You could lose up to 4 dress sizes and 20 pounds in just 8 weeks. On LA's new 8-week program, you get everything that you need to succeed. Only 8 weeks. You've got to give it a try.
Lose the weight, make over your body.
LA Weight Loss, proud sponsor, the 15th annual Komen Portland Race for the Cure.
Tonight on Jay, John C. Reilly, Christina Milian, Pharrell, and Teenage Wasteland. Then on Conan, Harrison Ford and Amy Adams. NBC tonight.
Good morning. It is 8:30 Tuesday morning, August 15th, 2006. And guess who we have here? Ladies and gentlemen, Hillary Duff, the lady who has been sending our crowd into a frenzy. You want to say hello to a couple of folks there? Only 18 years old, already a major success in Hollywood. She's got a big motion picture coming out and a fashion line as well. Greeting some of her fans. Another couple of fans I want to introduce you to, of course, Ann Curry and Lester Holt. Hillary just over this way. Nice to see you.
And they are just losing their minds. They love you so much, and I think it's because you've done so many things, not only in TV and movies, but you're a fashion designer now. You've got a clothing line. I mean, you're taking over the world, girl.
I don't know about that, but no, we were just talking in there that I am busy right now, but I feel very lucky, you know, and it's better than the alternative, right?
Right. Well, we're going to be talking to you a little bit later. Yeah. We've got also a lot coming up in this half hour, and so I'll let you say. Why don't you go ahead and tell us what's coming up?
We're going to be talking about baby mooning. Have you ever heard about that? Baby mooning, the idea of babies on the way. So how about a nice couples getaway? And a lot of hotels are offering packages right now to help couples center themselves. Some call it kind of that last fling before, being tied to a baby, but there's other ways to look at it as well.
Right, exactly. It's a lot of fun and it's relaxing, especially when you're expecting a baby or you're thinking about having a baby, to have a little moment to breathe, because, man, all heck is going to break loose.
That's right. Speaking of mooning and weddings and honeymoon. No, hey. We have one of our crew members suddenly. Anyway. Our 7 wedding couples will be back tomorrow to find out who gets to compete in round 2 of Today Throws a Wedding, our competition. Last week, as you know, or maybe you tried to forget, we made them sing. Well, this week, we make them dance. That is tomorrow on Today.
Those two actually were terrific dancers, so they were ringers. Anyway, before we get to all of that, and Hillary Duff, we're going to get one more check of the weather.
All right, let's check it out. A little microphone there, Mr. So what was it like meeting Hillary Duff? Wow, was it everything you thought it would be? Wow. Was it like meeting me? Oh, you're a liar. But thank you very much. That's awfully sweet. Let's check your weather, see what's going on. UV index, the southwest, the Gulf Coast, on into the Midwest. It is very high, so please be extremely careful when it comes to tanning. Make sure you put that sunscreen on. Clouds in the Pacific Northwest. Showers come to an end here in the Northeast. We're looking at monsoonal moisture in the Southwest and gorgeous weather around the Great Lakes. That's your latest weather. Here's what's happening in your neck of the woods.
Good morning to you on our Northwest Skycam at the Embarcadero Resort in Newport. And this was shot a little bit earlier as it was trying to decide, do we go cloudy or sunny? And parts of the coast will clear out today. A lot of the coast, though, even having morning drizzle this morning. In the Willamette Valley, it's a morning cloud invasion, as I like to call it. They're just rolling into our skies. 68 and mostly cloudy at lunchtime. 76 and partly sunny for your afternoon high temperature, just 76. We're back into the 90s, though, by Friday.
And that's your latest weather. Let's head on down to Washington, D.C. Say hello to a man who was filling in yesterday and doing yeoman-like work. Yo, man!
Yo, man.
How are you, Uncle Willie?
I left my toothbrush in your desk drawer.
That's right.
Because you're not flying up. You can't take...
That's right. You can't bring that toothpaste.
So I want you to know, if you open it up, don't throw it away.
Okay,
I got to keep my touches nice. But I had more fun. There's one snake that was loosed yesterday from the Samuel L. Jackson movie. But he's somewhere in the office. He won't bother.
Snakes on a plane.
Don't worry about those snakes. Happy birthday, how sweet it is, from Smuckers, the pride of Orville, Ohio, as we turn our jar around. Rita Kalo, Hightstown, New Jersey, 100 years old today, kindergarten teacher for years, has traveled the whole world over. She loves Chile, the town, the country of Chile. And I guess she likes chili, too, with beans. Anyway, beautiful lady, happy birthday. Helen Bailey, Leonardtown, Maryland, right down the road from where we are now. Very pretty. They got a lot of nice farms down there, and she lived on one. Loves soft shell crab sandwiches, so do I. A big fan of Notre Dame football and the Redskins. Sock 'em, beat 'em, like the beat 'em Redskin. Rose Marchant, Watertown, Massachusetts. 103 attributes longevity to her sense of humor and family. Watches the Today Show every morning after she says her prayers. That is very sweet. We say our prayers every week when the ratings come out. Honey Geisen of LaGrange Park, Illinois, 103. How about they're all 103 today? Healthy, happy lady, big smile, favorite pastime, playing pinochle, and she usually wins. How about that? Charles Bertram of Lawrenceburg, Kentucky, 100 years old, taught for 38 years, worked for the Department of Agriculture for 10 years, and is in retirement now enjoying restoring antiques. He'd have a ball at my house. William Churchill, Altamont Springs, Florida, is 100 years old today. Handsome fella. Favorite hobby is photography. We'd like to wish him a happy birthday. A very special 100th birthday salute from our friends at Smuckers. We love Orville, Ohio, but I'll tell you right next to it's Bryan, Ohio, our next great town. Spangler Candy Company started with the Spangler brothers in 1906, 100 years old today. A great American family-owned institution, famous for Dum Dum Pops. They make 8 million a day, candy canes and circus peanuts. And we love them very much. They say are a wonderful friend of the Smucker family and just a great American institution. The Spangler Candy Company. Wah, wah, hoo, hoo. Now back to my friend Lester, who loves Dum Dum Pop.
I love Dum. Hillary likes Dum Dum, so you love them too. Watch what happens when I say your name. Hillary Duff. Coming up, but first, this is Today on NBC.
That is such a cool outfit. Where's it from? Ross.
Ross.
Do we look great or what?
Ross has all the hottest styles. The same great looks you see at the mall, but for much, much less.
When it comes to great clothes at great prices, Ross rocks.
I have lost over 65 pounds on Jenny Craig. And
Hey, Kirsty, I lost 90 pounds.
Yeah, and since I started, all sorts of Jenny clients have lost over 3 million pounds. But it was me.
Kirsty, I'm down 140.
Good. But
Kirsty, 52 pounds. Here's my old fat pants.
I have groupies.
Get 6 weeks for just $36 plus the cost of food. Call 1-800-JENNY20 today.
Have you called Jenny yet? Apparently everybody else has.
Many people have purchased their used car or truck from McCord's Vancouver Toyota because we take good care of them. Here's what Lisa from Vancouver had to say.
The best thing I remember about buying my truck from McCord's Vancouver Toyota was the salesperson. He was compassionate, he took time with me, he showed me around the lot. McCord's was great. It was one of the best car buying experiences I've ever had.
Come see us today and let us show you how easy a McCord's used car purchase can be. Or check us out at vancouvertoyota.com.
I definitely would recommend McCord's Vancouver Toyota.
I wish I lived closer to the office. Not this close.
This one's only a 10-minute commute.
Great. What about selling my current home?
Meet Frank and Maria. They've been dreaming of a place like yours.
Find your perfect place. It's easy with RE/MAX. Nobody sells more real estate than RE/MAX.
Nice ride.
She's accomplished more by the age of 18 than most people do in a lifetime. Hilary Duff is conquering the worlds of singing, acting, design, and business, and now she's out with a new movie called Material Girls. Hilary stars opposite her sister Kaylee, and she's as a debutante who's fallen on hard times.
What are your skills, girls?
Oh, we can dance. You mean like dancing? We're really good dancers.
No, I mean like, can you type?
Oh,
Can we type? We're good. We can do like 10 IMs a minute. See? Yeah.
Hilary Duff, thanks so much for joining us. Good morning.
Sure, thank you.
You clearly, from this movie, enjoyed working with your sister.
Oh, it was so much fun.
She's your older sister.
Yeah.
And she's the first one who wanted to be an actress.
She is, actually. You know, she came up with this whole idea, and I kind of just wanted to be exactly like her, you know, so we both were trying and begging my parents to let us go to California
When
and
you're just 8 years old.
Well, she's 2.5 years older than me, so she kind of influenced it all, you know, but I would just follow along and be like, me too, me too, me too.
So all this fame, all of this stuff that's come out from all of that at the beginning, you know, now at the age of 18, came from your love for your sister and wanting to be like your sister?
Yeah, and you know, when we got to California, we worked a little bit here and there, and we would go back to Texas, and I got my TV show, which was Lizzie McGuire, and from there, just all these, you know, opportunities came, and we started working a lot and traveling a lot, and things just kind of, you know, came into place.
And now, even outside with all of this screaming and all of these kids loving you, and this is just a small amount of what's really the kind of fame you generated across this country, you're still overwhelmed by it. I could see there's a kind of, you like it, but you're not sure about it. It's unnerving.
It's a little, you know what's funny is I think that for my job, I've learned to be pretty outgoing, like when I have to be, but I'm a really shy person.
Are you?
If I'm just like on the street or something, or I hear like my song in a store, or someone comes up, like I'm always like, okay, like sure, you know, but I don't know, I'm a little bit shy, but I appreciate it, and I feel very lucky, and seeing people waving and making signs is like, it's a really nice feeling.
In fact, another nice thing for you is that your sister has actually gone on and done very well as well. You said that she's on Broadway now as an actress.
She is. She's doing Hairspray.
And so this is continuing now. And with this movie, is this your first chance of being in a movie together?
We actually, a long time ago when we still lived in Texas, there was a movie that was like filming on our ranch. And my parents were like, well, if you let our girls be in the movie, you can film here. And so we were extras and we played sisters. But it's nice that we get to play sisters now in our own movie and get to do it together and have fun and, you know, do so much of what we just do in real life.
Yeah,
in the movie.
Yeah, because there is a one, I mean, you guys, when you do your dialogue, you just pick up exactly where the other one leaves off. This is a movie about two girls who are heiresses, who've lost their father, who are heiresses to a cosmetic fortune, who lose everything and have to figure out how to ride a bus, how to you know, get a checking account, how to actually have a life.
Right, just, it's
Why did you want to do it?
It's quite funny. You know, there's like a lot of really funny parts in the movie, and it also has a lot of heart at the end of the movie. it ends pretty good. And but it's funny watching these girls that have not really respected anything in their life or never had to work for anything, so they don't appreciate it. Watching them go through life and deal with everyday problems that people deal with on a daily basis, but watching them do it is kind of a catastrophe.
But it's interesting for you, being a girl who, a young woman who for the last 10 years of your life has been on this sort of amazing rise in terms of public awareness and fame. I mean, in some ways, this film, while I think you understand reality more than perhaps your character,
I know how to do laundry and stuff,
exactly.
you know?
But still, it is somewhat reflective because you're talking in this movie about being real and getting real with what's real. And is that something that's something that you realize that you need to also make sure that you do, given this degree of adulation and all that's coming at you?
Definitely, I think I know that this probably won't last forever, or that some of the things that I've experienced aren't the real, you know what I mean? They're not what's important, and they're not always going to be there. And I think it's a fine line that you have to enjoy yourself, and you have to also be very conscious of kind of how to stay in the real world and how to deal with this kind of job that's a little bit crazier than some other jobs.
Those are very thoughtful ideas for an 18-year-old. By the way, in addition to being in a movie and on TV, I mentioned earlier you have a clothing line.
I do.
And I was talking to some of the young girls, and they love the bracelets and the T-shirts and some of these things. I mean, what is your thought when you talk about, when you decide what goes in under your name and what doesn't?
When with the line and stuff?
Yeah, I mean, are you doing midriffs or what are you doing? You obviously made a campaign to not do that.
Yeah, well, the line is actually for younger girls, so it's for 7 to 14-year-olds, and it's in stores now. The new fall collection just came out, and I have a creative director named Jeffrey Gertz, and we just work together, and I go shopping. I go to Europe a lot for press tours and concerts and stuff, and he'll fly up, and we'll do, like, inspirational shopping, and we bounce off each other. He comes into my closet, which is really hysterical, and we'll dig through my drawers and find color schemes and things that I like the way they fit, and we just create storyboards.
Well, part of what this is about is that young people want to be like you. Young girls admire you, and they want to be like you, and so they want to dress like you. And and I know in this movie you take aims at some of the media, sort of, how you can't believe everything you read or watch on television. So you felt some of that pressure. Right now there's a lot of discussion about whether you lost too much weight, whether how are you dealing with this kind of scrutiny at your young age, and what do you want to say about it?
I think that the more, it's really crazy, just everything is so picked apart these days, and it's just people are really mean, and I think that I did get kind of grouped in with some of that, and at the end of the day, when you grow up, you start to look different, and I've been accused of all different kinds of things, and it's funny because people know what I look like when I was 12 and when I was 15 and 16 and 17 and 18, and people grow up, and people start to care about their body and try to take care of themselves, and at the end of the day, you just have to make yourself happy because you're never going to make them happy.
Well, on that note, which I think is really true.
I think so,
That is a great message. Hillary, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Every best wish to you and everything. And the movie Material Girls opens in theaters on Friday. And up next, the craze known as baby mooning. We'll explain right after this. But this is today on NBC.
Welcome to Riverside Homes. Quality is reflected in our distinct neighborhoods. It's your choice. Personalize your dream home in our design center. We create value with affordable pricing and luxurious details. For 60 years, Kwikset has manufactured quality home security products of unmatched beauty. More people trust their doors inside and out to the strength and beauty of Kwikset. Your new home is at riversidehome.com. Quality, choice, and value. That's Riverside Homes.
Get a 2006 Lancer ES for only $13,599 after a $1,000 factory cash rebate. This offer ends soon, so hurry to your local Mitsubishi dealer today. Mitsubishi, driven to thrill.
News Channel 8 invites you to discover beautiful Oregon along Oregon's scenic byways. From Troutdale, journey east on the historic Columbia River Highway to Crown Point with the best view of the show. Waterfalls line this all-American road, some hidden, others brazen. From Multnomah Falls to the Dalles, experience the beauty of an Oregon original. See it all. Call for your Scenic Byways trip kit or log on to TravelOregon.com. Oregon, we love dreamers.
I know you got the power to create. You got the power to express. I know you got the power to dream. You got the power for success.
Time to get back to it. Come on and move it. Focus on your goals. Anything you want, you can do it.
You can feel the rhythm of the ride. If you let it, you can use the powers in your mind. You can fly by the birds in the sky. And all you gotta do is try. So what you got?
I know you got the power.
Got the power, come on.
I know you got the power.
Got the power, yeah.
Welcome back. Any parent can tell you that once the baby arrives, it is really tough to get away. So now more and more couples are hitting the road before the stork shows up. NBC's Janet Shamlian now on a growing trend called the baby moon.
They're known as honeymoon hotspots, sprawling beaches and tiny islands.
We went to Tahiti, went to Bora Bora and Maria.
It's very romantic.
But it's not marriage Jill and J.C. Matheson are celebrating this time. It's their soon-to-be family of three. They're on a pre-baby getaway, and it's travel's hottest trend, the baby moon.
I think this is the last chance when we can be really selfish.
A final fling before couples like the Benjamins are encumbered by strollers, dirty diapers, and all those sleepless nights.
Our favorite, chocolate croissant.
The baby moon has become a huge trend in this industry, and I believe that it's probably been going on for a very long time, but really, you know, it's come more to the forefront now.
And how? Hotels and resorts are pushing packages loaded with pregnancy pampering.
Here at the Four Seasons in Chicago, rooms for expecting couples are stocked. Baby books, special pillows, gifts, and to indulge that supposed favorite food combination of pregnant women everywhere, a cart.
Here you go.
Thank you. Serving pickles and ice cream.
That sounded delicious to Janine Lopez. This is her second baby moon.
It's even better, I think, this time around because I'm more tired than just having the 2-year-old at home. I think I don't know, I need it more now.
With some 6 million pregnancies in the U.S. each year, there's money to be made.
So do you know if it's a boy or a girl?
It's a boy.
Spas are going all out, offering more than massage. Behold the belly cast.
I think this, we will not forget this.
The Maddox traveled less than an hour to Sausalito, but it felt like they'd gone to heaven.
It's hard to relax when everywhere you look, you say, oh, I gotta do that, I gotta do that. So it's good to just get away and focus on each other.
A vacation with great expectations, as baby mooners flee the nest often before they've filled it. For today, Janet Shamlian, NBC News, Chicago.
Nilu Muhammad is senior editor of Travel and Leisure magazine, and Shola Winley is a licensed clinical therapist. Good morning to both of you. We were talking before the segment. I remember, before our first one came along, we didn't know we needed a break. I never heard of a baby moon. When did this start?
It started actually in earnest a few years ago. It's really gotten moving now. There's actually a survey that says that 59% of parents are taking these baby moons, so people are really glomming onto it. And that means about 2 million baby moons a year.
And Shola, you've got a 2.5-year-old. Are you in the same boat? Did you know you needed a break before you?
Listen, it's such an excellent point. I wish somebody had told me about the importance of baby mooning before my son came. People talk about change. They talk about the impact that it's going to have on your relationship after the baby comes. You have no idea. That's why baby mooning is such a wonderful idea, because it allows couples to be able to take time, spend time together before the stress and change of the relationship
I think it's
happens.
a huge idea. And Nilu, let's go through some of these. You mentioned there's packages right now. There's a whole market to cater to this thing. Tell us about some
Hotels
of them.
have really picked this up, and they realize that it's a great market for them. So it's not only a marketer's dream, but also mom and dad's dream. I mean, these are parents who need it, and one great thing to do is look out there, because there are so many alternatives, but also very important to find out what you really want. Talk to each other and decide whether you want a really active baby moon or if you want to be really pampered on the beach.
Because obviously late in the pregnancy, getting on an airplane is not a great idea.
Well, it's interesting, though, Lester, a lot of moms are worried about getting on the plane. They say that 36 weeks, you can still be flying up to 36 weeks, so that should assuage some of the fears. But they're great packages, as you said.
Yeah, the Baby Me at the W Hotel in New York, $359 a night.
$359 a night for the Baby Me package includes like lots of fun things for the mom, including spa treats and bags and a shopping guide.
Right, St. Regis Hotel in Monarch, California has the Last Hurrah. And I want to ask you about the Last Hurrah, but tell me about that package really quickly.
The Last Hurrah is kind of tongue-in-cheek, but really it's meant for parents to go and really connect again. There are movies about having babies, and there's also a cravings menu, a late-night menu that, of course, has the pickles and ice cream, fried chicken, anything the mom might be
And so
craving.
I want to ask you about that Last Hurrah. Is that a good way to look at this? Because Last Hurrah is certainly, it gives a negative connotation to having children, and it is a wonderful experience.
Well, I think from a marketing perspective, it's a very good technique to get people to go on the trip. But I would suggest that couples look at it a little bit differently. I would suggest that couples look at it as a foundation for behavior that they begin to implement throughout their relationship. They take that time to invest in themselves and say that our relationship is important now, and our relationship should continue to be important after the baby comes.
Yeah.
Whether it's going away to the St. Regis in California if you're from the East Coast. Take small trips. You can take a weekend away. A baby moon can be anything that you want it to be, from a long trip to a short trip.
And it's important, as you know, after the baby. We used to do the Friday night date night. Nilo and Sholof, thanks so much for coming on. Really good discussion. And the baby has been amazingly quiet this whole segment. Wasn't that terrific? We'll be back in a moment, but first, this is Today on NBC.
Three cheers for back-to-school savings at Shoe Pavilion. These fashion athletic shoes for women and girls are just $19.99. Top brand shoes like these sell elsewhere for more than double the price. So hurry to Shoe Pavilion. Why pay more?
Right now at Standard TV and Appliances Mega Sale, save 5 to 49% in every department on top brands like KitchenAid, Whirlpool, GE, Maytag, Frigidaire, Sony, Mitsubishi, Simmons, and more. A huge selection during Standard's Mega Sale.
Plus, with 12 months no interest, it's easier to make home improvements right now at all Standard locations. For a limited time, the Mega Sale.
We're here with Bob, a cable internet customer. Yeah! Let's play Jack My Price Up! Bob's introductory price is about to expire. Yeah! Let's see how expensive it's really gonna be. All right!
Stop playing games with Comcast. Introducing the Quest Price for Life Guarantee. It's high-speed internet for just $26.99 a month for life. It starts slow and stays low. Want blazing fast broadband at a price that lasts? Call today. That's our spirit of service.
Shoe Pavilion's gone to great lengths to bring you our best-selling boot at a great price. These boots sell elsewhere for $79.99, but at Shoe Pavilion, they're just $39.99. Perk up your wardrobe at Shoe Pavilion. Why pay more?
I guess we can't keep a little secret any longer, can we? No, we just love this baby set. We love this chair so much. We decided to sit here. Coming up, critical first aid skills for your kids.
Also, how to maintain a good relationship with your ex. Very important for the kids, but first, these messages.
Coming in just 1 month.
It's a new day today.
Starting September 13th, Matt, Meredith, Al, and Ann begin a new day on Today, only on NBC.
Tonight on NBC Nightly News, prostate cancer. It attacks hundreds of thousands of American men every year. But just how many really need treatment? What you need to know. Plus, Target America, Terror in the Sky. Where does the investigation stand? NBC Nightly News with Brian Williams tonight.
Announcing the Subaru All-Wheel Deal Model Year Clearance. There's never been a better time to buy a Subaru B9 Tribeca than right now. With amazing 0% APR financing and $2,500 cash back on the B9 Tribeca. With a 5-star crash test rating and the safety of all-wheel drive standard.
Every day is a winding road.
Hurry, 0% APR financing and $2,500 cash back ends September 5th.
Elmer's Flag and Banner, Portland's Kite Store.
This is a News Channel 8 update.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Brenda Braxton along with James Ray. Here's what's happening. We have a traffic warning for drivers in downtown Portland today. In just about an hour, authorities will hold a pedestrian sting near Southwest 10th Avenue and Main Street. Drivers who don't stop will get a $240 ticket. The city says it's important to remind drivers to follow the crosswalk laws since nearly 150 pedestrians and bicyclists have been killed on Portland streets over the past 10 years. Temperatures cooling off a little bit today. We want to check in with Bruce Sussman for a look at the forecast.
Oh, yeah, Brenda and James, we're going to drop the high temperature about 12 degrees today versus yesterday. Cool air cruising in over the northwest today, and that's creating morning clouds. Portland right about here, and the morning clouds coming down the Columbia River into the northern valley and then through gaps in the Coast Range and working their way toward the Central Valley that way. So basically what you get is a whole bunch of different sky conditions right now. 59 and mostly cloudy in Portland with morning clouds. 58 and the morning clouds trying to form in Salem and starting to in the last few minutes. Our 7-day forecast today, just 76. Tomorrow, only 74. But then we turn things around. 85 on Thursday, Friday, 92, and Saturday, 90 degrees. Brenda and James.
All right, Bruce, thank you. We'll be back at 9:26 with more local news. Have a good morning.
Helmets are your hard hat.
Wear helmets properly, no matter what you're riding.
And if you're a motorist,
Give bicycles plenty of room and check your mirror.
Safe and sound advice from Portland Fire and Rescue and Northwest News Channel 8.
Save at Gresham Nissan during the Bottom Line sales event. Every 2006 Nissan Pathfinder LE in stock is $5,000 off MSRP. Only at Gresham Nissan.
Hey, Dex.
Hey, Sharon.
Hi, Sharon. Whoa, two of you. Who do I ask?
Whoever. It doesn't matter.
I need to find a good veterinarian.
Dog or cat?
Iguana.
Okay. All right. The closest veterinarian with a herpetology background, lizard doctor, is Dr. Todd Eisner. Shall we go to his website?
Thanks, Dex.
Can we go to the website?
What?
Dex the Book and DexOnline.com. The most used, most complete local info. Any way you like it. Dex knows.
Dateline Friday. With obesity on the rise, some say the food companies are to blame. Now, the industry is fighting back. Food Fight. NBC Friday, 8/7 Central.
Hi, I'm Maureen McGovern, direct from Broadway in Little Women the Musical. For the first time, Little Women, the beloved American classic, comes alive on stage. She will live in your bounty. 6 generations have read the story. This one will sing it.
Now through Sunday at Keller Auditorium, part of the Fred Meyer Broadway Across America Portland series. Welcome by K103 and Lexus of Portland.
This is a family show. Bring your family. We want to see you.
The son of a police officer, Mike Erickson learned the value of honesty, hard work, and helping others. Erickson used these values to build a business into one of the fastest-growing companies in America. Today, hundreds of companies come to Mike Erickson for help in cutting costs and operating more efficiently. Mike Erickson, successful businessman, community leader, problem solver, and just what we need to bring real change to Congress.
I'm Mike Erickson, and I approve this message.
Olinger Travel Home, celebrating 35 years in business. Get a simply unbeatable deal on a new RV today. In Hillsborough off TV Highway and Portland off I-84, exit 16.
We're back with more today on this Tuesday morning, August 15, 2006. The rain has stopped, people, and that's so terrific because earlier we were still stopping wet. We've been hugging people, and they're really, really wet, but thank goodness the sun, I think, is about to break through, and